Meseches Nazir daf Samach Aleph. The Gemara says, "Boyom b'chom mahani dalet hagloches." They have by a Sofik Nazir Thomas and a Sofik Muchlit. Is it mitzad mitzvahs taglachas uzel avure sar? And nafkamina is if you could be mav, you could take off the sar benosho without a taglachas. And the Gemara says Toshima from the fact that it says they have to make 4 different taglachas, and if the whole mitzvah is lavure sar, to take off the sar, then it should be enough with 3 and shouldn't need 4 taglachas. So it's mishur mitzvahs taglachas. Ein Tosis and other Rishonim that ask what's the understanding in Gemara's Raya. What do you see from the fact that you have to megalech 4 taglachas? Tosis says the second pshat, that even though the 3rd taglachas, there's a sofik that it's machmas nazirus taira, not machmas nazirus tumma, but if nazirus tumma does not need taglachas midin mitzvahs taglachas, and only because of avure sar, so machmas the sofik of nazirus taira, you wouldn't need a taglachas with a tar, because adayin lahoya muter b'shtiyas yayin. Eine beskrov in Sefer that has an arichas on the sugya, and he asks, it's very hard to understand what Tosis means, because if he's a nozir tohar of a 3rd taglachas, how is it mutter to megalech without a tar, since he not be mekayim the mitzvah of giluach of a nozir, so you're over the isser of be megaleach or nozir without a mitzvah. So Bishkov says that Tosis is good, the shitose that holds taglachas is not ma'akiv, and since he brought korbanos, so therefore not ma'akiv, and there's no isser of giluach of a nozir Torah. However, the Bishkov says, according to the Rambam, the whole taglachas is ma'akiv, then shver, and you can't learn like Tosfos. So the Bishkov says that the answer, according to the Rambam, is that be'emes it's mavur and the Rambam, a tremendous chiddush. The Rambam writes that a nozir that was megaleach ben betar, ben shloi betar, he's loike, and if the nozir is megaleach ben nosho, he took off his hair with a nosho, he's not over alav, but he's mevatel a mitzvah of Kodesh Yeh Gadol Peres Saroishoy. So the Bishkov says, you see from this Rambam a tremendous yisoid that there's 2 independent halachas. There's a mitzvah giluach, you're not mekayim with a nosho, because the nosho is megalech, takes off the hair, memelo, so therefore it's not considered a ma'aseh giluach b'chlal. And there's another discussion that you need a tar, and that is an independent halacha, and the Bishkov says that's mavur the ikar. You saw that dvarim from the sugi in the morning before on daf mem, like mentioned the shir the el on daf mem. And according to this, you saw the Bishkov says that the beer in the suffix of the Gemara over here is not a question if you need a tar by taglachas of a nozir tomei. Rather, the suffix is if you need a mitzvah skiluach or not, or the whole halacha is avure sar. And according to this, Bishkov says that's mavur, that you need 4 taglachas, and 1 taglachas is not oilu lekan is because these 4 mitzvahs of taglachas, and since each one has its own mitzvahs taglachas, so therefore 1 ma'aseh can't be oilu l'shnayim. However, if you learn that the whole taglachas is mishum avure sar, and it's only to get rid of the sar, but it's not a mitzvah skiluach b'chlal, so therefore it should be poshet, that should be oil l'shnayim. So that's the beer in the raya of the Gemara according to the Rambam, by the fact that the Gemara says you need 4 taglachas, and you don't say taglachas achas oil l'kan koch. You see that by a nozir tomei there is a mitzvah skiluach, and therefore it's also hated. It's not oil l'kan v'ayin shamoit. Moving further on, the Mishnah says hakusim ein lehem naziris. The Mefarish says they don't have naziris, and the mutter legaleach l'shtes yayin l'tam l'meisim. However, Tosis says ein lehem naziris, and the korban of naziris is not korv al gabi mizbeach. Ein the shurim from a Meshur Shlito that brings from a barrel the ass on the Mefarish. that the whole Havamina is that a goy should have Kedushas Nazirus, but Isurin Nazirus, a goy is not Muzar on the Isurin Bechlal. So what's the beer in that the Meforish says is a Chiddish, that there's no Isser, Tumo, and Taglachas, and Tumo Lamesa. Ein Shurim from David Zuchen Levach and from Yeshua, they ask, on that the Meforish says that there's a Chiddish, that there's no Isser Nazirus. By a goy for Tumas Meis, it's Mavu in the Rambam Perik Aleph Hilchos Tumas Meis, that by a goy it's not Shaykh, Kabbalah's Tumah of a maze, and it's as if a behemoth touched the maze, that there is no Kabbalah's Tumah. If there's no Kabbalah's Tumah by a goy, so what's the Havamina? That should be a Isser for goy to metamal meisim. The Choy could answer this kasha, the bemes the Yishlachkor, in the Isser of a nozir to metamal meisim. Is the pshat that this is for the nozir to mekabel tumah, and that he was chal tumah on the kedushas nozir is the Isser, was the ikke Isser the ma'aser maga, and the fact that a nozir b'kedushos touched a mace. Ein le'el nishum daf mem gimel the butis chakir the gabi tumas koyenim the many achoyenim discussed this shayl gabi tumas koyenim. And Nafkamina is the Gabi Safik Tumbish Sarabim. And Elchanan brings a raya from the Isser by Goisis, even though there is no Tumah, still there's Isser of a Kohen to come to a Goisis, a Korcha, the Isser is the Maga. And B'siyat Shmaya found this Chakir in the beautiful Sefer Pischei Nozir and Perek Hey Milchus Nazirus. They declares the Shaila Barichas, and he brings many rayas back and forth and many Nafkaminas. And he says, Nafkamina, like mentioned before, by Safik Tumah B'Shus Rabim, if the is to become Tomei, so Safik Tumah B'Shus Rabim Segetor, but if there is the Ma'aser Maga, so therefore it's also because it has halacha like a Safik Isser. And he brings a raya from the fact that Cherev Hareg Cholol is metam the same way like all her tumas meis, and nevertheless by nozir it's mutas hakoch. You see the ma'aser maga is what's also. So according to this, you could say that the beer in the Meforish is that although a goy doesn't have a Kabbalah's tumah, but Hamiyas, since he has Kedushas Nazirus, like the Havamina, there will be an issue for him to touch a Tomei mace. And the you could bring a raya. This you saw it from the Meforish and Afnun, that mentioned Shum Del Afnun, that the Meforish is Mavur, that even in a situation that doesn't have too much oil, you don't have Rav Binyan and Rav Minyan of a mace. Nevertheless, the Gabi and Nozir, it's also an important Shum that Rav David asked that the Meforish is Tamur Ma'oid. How could it be that there's an Isser by a Nozir that doesn't pertain by other Tumas? But according to this, he said it's more hated. The Gabi Kabbalah's Tumah, if there's no Rav Binyan and Rav Minyan of a mace, then by oil there's no Kabbalah's Tumah. But Hamiyas, there is still an Isser of a Maga since the nose is in the oil hameis, so it shall be considered a magas tumah. Moving for the Gemara says, "Menani military goy doesn't have kedushas naziris." And Tosis says that the gabi odin the dorim. It was nisraba that a goy is noida in the dorim, and the dov is like Yisrael. And tzorch ian, what's the hava meaning that a goy should be able to mekabel nazirus? The gabi nidri isser wasn't nisra, but the goy has nidri isser bechlal. So there's two mahalchim to explain the hava meaning. The Karen Oyer learns that the hava meaning is that Nazirus has a status like Nidre Hektish, because since in Vur and the Mar before Naftes, that ain't Shaila but Nazirus the same way ain't Shaila by Hektish according to Beis Shammai, so it has a status of Nidre Hektish. So it's also hated that there's a Havamina that goy should be able to mekabel Nazirus. I in the Biskrov and stencils that ask, it's very hard to understand because the Rambam's Mefurish and Perik Aleph, Halacha Aleph, Ilchas Nazirus, that Nazirus is a Nidre Isser and it's not Nidre Hektish. I in the Sefer Pischei Nozir in the Pesach Habir that brings it, that the Choinim that say that the Ramban argues in the Rambam and learns that Nazirus is like Nidre Hektish, it's a Katit Tzorchi, what's the Sheiches of Nazirus to Nidre Hektish? Could be telling what the Gedder of the Isser Nazirus is, if the Isser Nazirus is Isser Gav or is a Chefts and Yayin that's not shaykh to Nidre Hektish, but if it's a Chalis Kedushas Hektish on the goof of the Nozir, like the Maritz, it could be it's shaykh and the hektish vakatit tzorchin bezeh. Einer ben a parrots that learns like the mashmois tesis that since a guy is noid in the dorm and the dove is like he is Yisrael, so therefore there's a havamina the bichalkdushes nazirus and smashma that since he could be mekabel the korbonos of a nazir, so therefore the bichalkdushes nazirus and mavur. In Bein Peretz, even though a guy doesn't have Isabal Yachal, nevertheless he has a Chefza over on Neder. Ein Davnim Lum and Simon Aleph that learns that there is a loch of Mirosa the Gevoya by a guy, even though he doesn't have Bal Yachal. And it's Mavur in Peretz, another important point that the Geder Karbonis Nazirus is not a Milsa de Memela, since you are Noyek Biktushas Nazirus, therefore you have to bring Karbonis, rather it's Mitzad the Ikke Kabbalas Nazirus, Ein Bechonon, in Beya and in Ruvain, they mentioned in Shum before in the Yud Aleph, the clear the Shaila Ba'ariches, and Ein Oide Shum El Daf Lamed Tes. They brought Diak in the Rambam not like that it's in Chiv the Memela, there's no Bal Yachal if you don't bring the Karbonis of Nazirus, and Smashim Bein Peretz, that's Mitzad, the Ikke Kabbalas Nazirus, so therefore Zahavim, since the Goy Kumekabel Karbonis Nazirus, so therefore Bichashapichal Kedushas Nazirus Vitzorchi and Oid Bezeh.